Yo, 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 good people. We are going live. Waiting for this Niners Raiders game to get started. I don't know what the Saints was just doing right now. But we got a minute and 20 left in this game. We got a kickoff coming up. Saints got 2 timeouts. Hoping the Chiefs just run it out, nail it out so we can hurry up and get this game off the screen. And we can get right to our Niners. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good weekend so far. To the faithful, hopefully our weekend can end on a high note. I wonder if they'll go for an onside kick. Oh, is that a new change? They 15 yards off the ball. The ball only got to go 10. Ooh. That was a nice hit. Boom. Eeh. That's how you make special teams, young fella. All right, minute 13 left. First and 10, Chiefs. The 31. Yeah, they look like they running this out. Amen. Oh, they almost fumbled the snap. All right, all right, all right. Come on. Try to get through this game. Oh, Peachy just liked it. Let me send Peachy the link, see if she want to jump on. Where Peachy at? Let me send Peachy the link, see if she want to jump on. Breezy said he's currently working, so that means he's playing some good music somewhere, livening up somebody's event, or giving praise to the Lord. Amen. So shout out to our brother Breezy working right now. Minute 4 left. Saints have no timeouts. 3rd and 8 for the Chiefs. They'll probably run the ball. Probably won't get a first down. No, they in shotgun. Okay. Let's see what's happening. They trying to put the game away. Okay, it's a pass. Screen. Oh, that's intercepted. D Lyman with an interception. What a big play. Number 91. Wow. Wow. Saints were out of timeouts. They try to throw a screen. Big man gets his mid in the way, bats the pass, and picks it off. All right, they kicking off. 49ers receiving the ball. Come on, I don't want to hear the audio from the Chiefs game. Get to my Niners, okay? Jordan Mason starts at running back. This is what we knew. We got Dwelly lined up at fullback. And Trey Lance is sacked. What play was this? So he get ready to throw there, not available. Wants to throw there, not available. That guy's double covered. And the pocket collapses. 3-yard loss. I'd rather you take the sack than throw the pick. Play action. Good ball to Dwelly. All right, about 4 or 5 yards. That brings up a 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8. Looks like we got Matt Pryor on the line, Nick Zakelj on the line, Feliciano on the line, Jalen Moore on the line. This is not the starting offensive line. 3rd and 6. We got a 3rd and 6. Picked up 7 on 2nd down. We're in a shotgun. Trey got to throw the ball. Pump faking. Got to get rid of it. This offensive line is not conducive for you to hold on to the ball, young fella. Isaac Rochelle with a sack. That's 2 sacks on this first opening drive. Let's see what he's looking at. Quick drop. Oh, yeah. This backup offensive line for the San Francisco 49ers is terrible. Oh, Jason Poe is playing too? Oh, this is bad. Are they setting Trey up to look bad, yo? No starting offensive line is playing. All right, Saints win. Get this off my screen. Go full screen to my Niners. Trey looks like he's ready to fire off, but it also looks like defense is in position. So instead of forcing the ball in the coverage, so far he has taken 2 sacks. This is not ideal. Let's see what the defense can do. Wow. So we got Kinlaw, we got Givens. I seen Flanagan fouls. Curtis Robinson, Cleveland Farrell, Jair Brown. Samuel Womack. I think Taylor Hawkins is on the field. Oh, we got people in the building. Shout out to Eddie G. We got Jack Knox in the building. Boss in the building. What's going on? Wow. Wow. Boss. We got Flow Right Plumbing, a.k.a. Andy Smith. Yes, what's up, Mo's and Honor fam? RX 824. Love football just for this type of stuff. Appreciate you tuning in. Eddie says Ronnie Bell time. Yeah, Ed, offensive line is getting bullied. 49ers offensive line looks bad. Oh, Eddie, don't get ahead. Don't get ahead. He said Jordan Willis with the sack. I either missed it or it didn't come up for me yet. I'm a little behind. Yeah, I don't think it's Trey. I think it's the offensive line. It's that our starting offensive line is pretty good, but we have no starter that's playing right now. Matt Pryor, Feliciano, Jason Poe, Jalen Moore. Those are the guys that are playing. Third and 1. Let's see if we can get off the field. '49ers defense cannot get off the field. See you, cuz. He said one read offense or sack. Second string D is also getting smoked. That's what I'm thinking it is. I think Kyle knows that that this second string offensive line is not good. So he's got a one read offense going. But it's not there. It's not open. Wow. Hurricane. What's going on, bro? He says defense is getting worked. Yes, they are. Cause he says no, no pressure. So what does that mean? That means we need to be on the phone, even though he wouldn't be playing right now. That means we need to be on the phone with one Nicholas John Bosa. And we need to, hey, Nick, how are you, sir? We have your money. We have your signing bonus. We have everything that you want. We have everything you need. Just go ahead and sign this and come on back. Come on back, please. They're on a 9-play drive. They're about to punch it in. Defense got to stand up here. Nope, he's gonna walk it right in. Jair with a good tackle. Saved him from getting into the end zone, but they're at the inch line. Good tackle, Jair. Good tackle, Jair. I got to make sure I get me a number 27 jersey. That's a good play by Ambry Thomas, but he got to wrap up. Not liking this, y'all. Yes, Jair's playing well, but I don't know where anybody else on the defense is. Woo! I wish I could have the game on the screen so y'all could see as I'm talking. Unfortunately, YouTube and the content and all this, how they do it, I can't put the actual game on screen. And I mean, I feel like YouTube should change that because like I have YouTube TV. Like I pay for that throughout my house. So if I'm using my YouTube TV in conjunction with YouTube, you would think that they would let me, but that's neither here nor there. I created a nice little overlay just to say that I don't own the rights to it to kind of distort the picture a little bit, but wasn't working out how I planned. Oh, I can't wait for this Equalizer 3. This one gonna be good. 1 and 2 were good, but I think this one's going to be good. This may be the final one in the chapter, but this one looks really good. I know. They want that money, and but that's what I'm saying. They already getting paid because of my YouTube TV subscription. So I'm paying them, watching it on my service. Fair to God in the building. Wanted him to try to hop on if he could, but he's got, family business to take care of, and we all know family is first. Family is important. Family is paramount. So appreciate you just taking the time to tune in. Hope you and the fam are having a blessed Sunday and a good weekend, bro. The way our 49ers are starting this game, it don't look like they want to end our weekend on a good note, but we know it's a long game. And again, whether you are, on the Trey Lance side of things, on the Brock Purdy side of things, or you're just on the 49er side of things, I don't know if putting Trey Lance behind this offensive line is doing him any justice. And particularly if you're going to call a one-read offense, that's a three-step drop and get rid of the ball. Yes, I know you want him to get rid of the ball. But if the defense has good coverage, do you want him to get rid of the ball and force the ball into coverage and turn the ball over? You talk about ball security a lot, Kyle. So he can't force the pass into double coverage or into tight coverage, especially on the opening drive. You're trying to build some momentum. So, what do you expect him to do when the offensive line looks that bad? He does, and I think at some point he is going to have to just let the ball go. But then that means he might be forcing it into coverage. All right, Trey, let's see. TDP gets about 4. Yeah, I feel like the first one he should have let go. The second one, I think he pumped it to Dwelly. The second one, he pumped it to Dwelly. He had 2 guys right next to him. He had a linebacker here and a linebacker here. That linebacker on Trey's left side was creeping in. So I feel like if he'd have let that ball go, that linebacker was jumping that and picking that off. So I feel like the first one he shouldn't have pumped. He should have just let it go. The second one, he had a reason to pump it. But 3rd and 5. We got to get a first down here. Try to build some type of momentum. Trey build some type of confidence. Get rid of the ball, Trey. Way to protect it, but Hmm. Mm. Yeah, I wanted them to show that again. I think it was a good job protecting the ball, holding on to it, not getting stripped. I want to see another angle of it, see if he had an opportunity to step up and maybe run. Special teams, 2 missed tackle. We just aren't playing well as a unit, just as a team. Yeah, he doesn't at all. No comfortability in the pocket. It looked like they ready to rip it off. Oh man. This is where I would want to see Trey take a little bit of the offense into his own hands. That's what I want to see on that last one. He had the blitz coming. He kind of shrugged the pressure off, held onto the ball, didn't get stripped. Did he have an opportunity to run that? Did he have an opportunity to scramble for that 5 yards? Um, I hope he wouldn't be in his head too much where he, wants to prove that, he's this new efficient passer and just lose the improvisation portion of his game where if you got to run to get the 5 yards and get the first down and keep the drive going, do that. Um, do what you have to do to extend the drive. So I hope they kind of show that last play again. I don't know if they will. Yeah, he needs time. I agree with both Callie and Jax. We got to give him the entire first half, give him time to settle in. I don't know if that offensive line is going to allow him to settle in. Let's see if that offensive line even gives him that opportunity to settle in. I also want to see now how this defense responds to that first drive. I will hope not, Big Daddy Niners. I will hope Kyle isn't setting him up to look bad. Um, because Sam Darnold is either going to have the same guys or some third string guys when he starts the second half. So, but then again, the defense that they're going to be going up against at that time is also going to be second or third stringers. So, um, I would hope that that's not it. Um, maybe it is a test to see how he handles this type of pressure. Um, because we are going to play some good defenses. We are going to play some defenses that disguise some things really well, and we're going to have to be ready. Whoever the quarterback is, they're going to have to be ready uh, to play against whatever that defense is and be able to make adjustments. So maybe this is good adversity for Trey. How does he adjust to this pressure? How does he adjust to getting through his reads and his progressions quicker? Does he pull onto the ball, pull the trigger, and let go of the ball instead of holding on to it? So those will be some good things to watch. Defense got beat for 4 yards there on a quick screen play. Ball back to Zamir White, and looks like he gets a first down. They called him down short. But I guarantee you, Kyle will say some of the other passes that he's called have been some easy gimmies. Kyle is a pretty bottom line results coach. You can audible out of his play as long as what you do works as well or better. Like 100% of the corporate world. Yeah, I mean, you can make a change as long as it's right. Depth is very suspect, TJ. Absolutely. And I think we're a team, we're a roster used to having really, really good depth. The guys at the 2 and even at the 3 have been good for us. And I think in some positions we have that. But in other positions, I don't think we do. Okay, Cleveland with the sack. Reel them in, Clee. Amateur drafts got 49 on O-line depth because these backups ain't it. Facts. McCrary Ball with a great takedown. Yup. Okay. Okay, Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland. Come here. All right. All right. Some good pressure. Oh, good play. Oh, good catch. Oh, I I hate that Ambry did the strap celebration because he did nothing to make Trey drop that. Trey Tucker just dropped the ball. Ambry didn't do anything to make that incomplete. So I don't know why he did the strap celebration, but I'll let him have his moment. Yo, that's what I was looking at. I think it's fathering him, but yeah, his last name is father, brother, sister, brother. That's funny. It almost didn't fit on the back of his jersey. Oh, Ronnie. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. They must have got like smaller letters. They had to get custom letters and make them a little smaller than every other one so that they could fit that on his. That was a dangerous catch by Bell. Yeah, I think he should have fair caught that one. He trying to make something happen. Thankfully, he held on to the rock. Eddie says Bell might not be back there. I mean, as long as he can prove that he can hang on to the ball, and I think he just has to make better decisions. I feel like this is his first NFL opportunity. So he wants to make a good impression, wants to, maybe prove himself on the special teams end. He's got to know when to protect the ball. He hasn't put it on the ground yet. That's a good thing. But he's got to know when to fair catch it. All right. Third series for Trey. Play action. Oh, it's a little bit of an Aaron pass. Come on, Trey. Settle down, young fella. Settle down. Yeah. That's a throw he has to make. He was throwing it away. I don't think he was throwing that away. Okay. Yes. Escape. Where did this come from? Oh my God, Jason Poe. Mm. They got a holding. It's this isn't Trey, guys. I don't think this isn't Trey. This O line is terrible. Yo, as soon as he snapped the ball that time, the pressure was in his face. And then they got the hold. Wow. No, we can't. It's hard. It's hard. Not giving them a chance at all. Just somebody. Just they got just somebody. Just pick somebody to block. Yikes, guys. This is absolutely terrible. And the commentator says, "Oh, Trey Lance is holding on the ball too long. He's not seeing the field quick enough." Well, you got to give guys time to run their routes. It's not like as soon as he's hiking the ball, they're turning and looking for the ball. They also have to run their routes too, even if it's a 5 yard in, a 5 yard out. Like they're in the midst of running their route, and the timing is at the drop, whether it's a 3, 5, or 7 step drop. Once that back foot hits, somebody should be cutting and looking up. But as soon as they're cutting and looking up, Trey is already stepping up into the pocket or rolling out because he's not even getting time to sit in the pocket and diagnose what's going on in front of him. So yeah, is he holding on to it too long? I think in some instances, Fair made a great point. You know, he on a couple of the pumps, pump and just hold on to it. Yeah, sure. But more of what I'm seeing is the offensive line not being able to stop anything. And this is bad because we're already worried. We already have our reservations about Colton McKivitz. But if anybody else goes down, this is what we can anticipate. Terrible line play, says Eddie G. Amateur draft scout offensive line is going to get him killed out there. He can't, no time. Until you see Trey play with the ones, you can't evaluate. Again, another person going to get Trey killed. Need to call a screen or draw something. And I think, this is a good game plan. I think he's giving Trey the opportunity to pass the football. But how are you going to do that when the offensive line is getting smoked? Go said bubble wrap the first string offensive line the entire season. Terry Middleton. Shout out to Terry Middleton. Thank you for tuning in. He said, I think Kyle knew this line is trash. He had to know that. Yeah. Kyle Shanahan, Chris Forrester, somebody on that offensive side of the ball need to tell them to wake up. Good tackle. Will Matt. Yes, sir. Anyone. Trent Williams has to be the last to go. But I'm upset if Burford goes down. I'm upset if Banks goes down. I'm upset if Brindle goes down. Jack, it's ridiculous. No protection. Absolutely. 49ers need to draft O-line back-to-back rounds. It's coming off season. I tell you, because once a starter goes down, Purdy is going to get hit more time than he should. Absolutely. Facts. Max Crosby and Chandler Jones aren't even playing. Look at that's nuts. Raiders have 90 yards to hour one. And this is not bad play by Trey Lance. Sam Darnold would be doing the same. Brock Purdy would be doing the same. Brandon Allen would be doing the same. I think the idea of Jason Poe was cool, but just watching him on the field, I think he's outmatched. I think his athleticism and the ability to do what he does on the field is amazing. Can use him as a gadget player, one of those offensive linemen that come in and run routes. You know, he showed the ability to be able to run the ball. Athleticism is crazy. But I think he's just so undersized to play interior offensive line in this league that he's outmatched. So again, the idea of Jason Poe is good, but I think we can I think we can move on in another direction. I don't think we need to spend any more time on that project. That's just my thoughts. Matt Pryor, Feliciano, I think they were brought over as, veterans who can offer the depth we need because of their experience. That's not looking too good if you ask me right now. Maybe they're still trying to understand the offense, and that'll come with time. But that's looking a little shaky. Oh, it's a lot of people blaming Trey right now, 100%. I'm not on Twitter right now, but I'm sure somebody over there saying, oh, Trey Lance looks bad, happy feet, deer in headlights, not pulling the trigger, all the stuff you want to say. E-Man says, let's see Sam. I'm afraid for Trey's health. Yeah, Poe is both undersized, and they're playing him at guard, getting pushed around. Great in 101s, but doesn't matter when you get washed out. Like, he can't anchor. Ghost says, yeah, a lot of bust tweets. Hey, I know they coming. I know they coming. What's that guy, Flav? I know he's talking hella trash right now. I don't know the guy personally, so I ain't going to talk about him, but I know he got a lot to say. Yep, got to give Trey the whole first half. Well, Jeff Saturday played center, and he was undersized. Yeah, but what was Jeff Saturday, though? When he played, he wasn't Jason Poe undersized. Saturday was 6'2", 295. Poe is 6'1", 300. I don't feel like he's 6'1". I feel like he's smaller than that. But okay, play him at center then. If you're worried about him being undersized, but undersized linemen can play, where can they play at? They could play at center. He's not a guard. Trey saying Purdy, you getting the same result. Yeah. Poe should have been converted to a D-line project. I actually agree with that, E-Man. I think with his athleticism and his agility for his size, I think at 6'1", 300, I think he would have been a really good defensive lineman. Defense can't get off the field. I wonder why Kinlaw would swim to the outside and give up that hole up the middle. Okay, good stick. Good job, Womack. Fourth and 1, they're going to go. Yeah, I mean, he's been successful with 2 QB sneaks. Okay, good stop. Kerry Hyder with the stand up and Ambry Thomas off the edge. Good job, Ambry. Okay, 2-0. Using that speed off the edge to get there. Nice, Ambry. Okay. Okay, 20. Okay, Ambry. Yes, defense is starting to gel some. Good stop. Okay, Ambry. Amateur draft. Thomas is playing today. He is. He is. This is good to see. Now, it's good to be a corner. It's good to see him in run support, but I do want to see him in coverage. Raiders haven't had to pass a lot because defense have been letting them be successful with the run. So if they can run the ball right down our throats, pick up good yards, extend drives, there's no need for them to pass. So hopefully we can see Ambry do well in coverage also. Eddie said, I said on NGNT, I'm not giving up on Ambry. Okay. Maybe we can run Mason a few more times, soften their D-line a little bit. Yeah, I don't know why that hasn't come from Kyle yet. We know he likes to run the football. I think we've only seen, one run with TDP. We saw a scramble with Trey, but no really design run calls. So while I know you want to see the guys pass, you got to understand this team is going to bring pressure, especially against guys who they've never heard of before. I'm so ready for week 1, man. Can't wait to get out to Pittsburgh, chop it up with my cousin for a little bit, and then link up with all you guys, all the faithful who will be in Pittsburgh for week 1. It's going to be an amazing time. Hopefully we can start the season off the right way. But, man, I can't wait. Can't wait. All right, let's see what we got. Come on. Okay. Okay, Ronnie. Tough run. Okay, Ronnie. Jet sweep to Ronnie Bell. Okay. Tough run. Now we start with 2 runs. Okay, let's see. Let's not I'm talking to myself. Let's not think the worst about Kyle. Maybe those first couple of drives were to set the Raiders up. Maybe he obviously what he saw in joint practice, they've been really, really aggressive. They've been really, really generating a lot of pressure. Let's get them to feel like that's all we're gonna do. Good pass, Lance. First down. Good ball. Fumugali. Good ball. That was a really good ball. So maybe the first 3 drives were setting this Raiders defense up to make them continue to be aggressive. Maybe we hit them over the top with a big play. I don't know. But let's see. Let's see how we string some things together. Play action. Good pass. Nice clean pass to Chris Conley. That's the TDP I know. That is the TDP I know. Let's go. Yes, that's the TDP I know. We got TDPs in the chat. 91649er says Kyle putting some spice on the play calling. Finally, season that thing up. Got the TDPs in the chat. What a run. That's the run I want to see from TDP. Initiate that contact. Get these guys out of the way. They too small. Okay. Nice pass, Trey. Nice pass, Trey. And that's what he can do. Yeah, he's good. He knew. He knew. Let me fake the run. Let me get the guy off me and then get it to my guy who's open. I just need that little window. Square it up. Oh! Wait. It was caught. Oh, they're going to find a way not to give Trey credit for that because it was almost picked. Oh, man, but it's a touchdown. My cousin says it all the time. City, I think he's still in the building. He says sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. Play action. They know what's coming. Ooh. Slapped it forward. Dwelly with the catch. Moody. Listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. Said all day, every day. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be good. Oh man. Sheesh. I see what he was doing. I see what he was doing. But it's listen, I also say this. Because he hasn't gotten the reps that we've wanted him to get. You know, his rookie year was a wash. His second year, after 2 games, you know, in the midst of that second game, he broke his ankle. He hasn't gotten the reps that he was supposed to get, that we all wanted him to get to make his development happen a little bit faster. So it's the same thing like I tell my son with basketball. Max has only been playing basketball for a year. So sometimes in the beginning, you know, he struggled with his confidence and he wouldn't want to try things because he was afraid to miss a shot and then be the reason why his team lost, right? But I'm like, you're learning, you're still growing and developing. And in order for you to be able to see what it feels like to do some of these things in the game, you got to do it. You have to physically do it. You have to see what it feels like. You have to see the result so that you can kind of download all of that data and information in your mind. If you did something good, figure out why you did it good and figure out how you can keep doing it good and do it better. If you did something bad, figure out why you did it bad and work on how you can change some things around to correct it. So while that was almost picked, thankfully it wasn't. We got a touchdown out of it. But Trey needs to see coming off that play action. You got a guy 51 who was basically the spy. So if you did roll out, he was going to be there. You don't have that much time. You got to square up your shoulders and throw. You know, so he tried to fit it in that window, and it was there. But as the ball traveled to its target, that window closed. The defender made a good break on the ball and almost picked it off. I feel like in that situation, he could have just threw it a little bit higher than his target and just let it sail out of bounds into the stands. And then you go, you know, come back the next down and try something else. But this is all a part of that learning, growing, developing process. He's got to download this information. But if you don't do it in a game, if you don't see how it could happen and what the result is result could be, you don't get that data for you to download. So I feel like it's good that happened and Trey will learn from it, and we'll continue to get better. Let's take a look at some of these chats while I was talking. Eddie G says, Dwelly got hands, baby. Nice. TD Conley thought he had it. Yeah. Jack said, I'll take it. She says, Mose, where are your super chat? I'm not there yet. I'm still working on my monetization. YouTube kind of snaked me. I was there. I had the subscribers. I had the watch hours. I applied. And during the application process, the watch hours dropped under 4,000. Now, they say on their FAQ page that while you're in the review process, even if you dip under because you already reached it, we'll continue to review your application. But they snaked me and was like, oh, you got to get the hours again. So I'm going to just keep grinding with the content, keep coming with the live shows on Friday. I'm going to try to do live shows like this for every game that I'm home, both preseason and regular season. So we'll keep grinding with the content. We'll get the watch hours again. We'll go through the application process again. And then once I get approved, then I'll have the super chat function. But I appreciate you asking. I appreciate you wanting to support the channel in any way you can. But just the fact that you're here, you are supporting and active in the comment section, that's enough for me. So I appreciate it. Mike and Kim, Travel Bud 710 says, Yo Mose, happy to have some fam to chat with during the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is what it's about. This is why we wanted to have this up here. Talk about the game, see what's going on. Just a good drive. Brock and Jimmy got plenty of luck. It's good. Some falls on the kid. Yeah. Thank you, RX. Exactly. it's good that Trey Lance get a little bit of luck. And sometimes, like a little bit of luck might be the one thing that you need to kind of propel you to build your confidence, to get you to knock that rust off. Sometimes a little bit of luck is what you need. We got Terrence in the building. He says, "What up, Mose? What's going on, bro?" Womack got beat deep. He got beat deep. Lord have mercy. Is that Trey Tucker? Yep, Trey Tucker. Beating deep. Whew. 916 says Kyle's play call on that drive was fire. Yes. But see, Kyle does that too. Sometimes his play calling is like, dog, what are you doing, Kyle? Like, what is your thought process with this sequence of plays? But sometimes I think in Kyle fashion, he's setting guys up. But sometimes that setup takes a little too long. Big Daddy Niner says, he says, where can I get so this shirt, let me take this down. This is the old logo. So this Mo's Nose is the old logo. I have a new logo, which I'll put up here. I think I got it loaded. It looks like that now. That's in the top right corner of your screen. That's kind of what the new logo looks like now. So I'm working on putting together new shirts with the new logo on it. I want some sleeveless tanks like these, some regular t-shirts, some hoodies, and some polos. So I'm working on putting that in the works to be able to get that out. So as soon as I have that all together, I'll definitely put that out and let you guys know where you can get one if you want to cop one. Mike Kim. Nice challenge, Kyle. Trey needs to relax a bit. Seems a bit tense. All a real life growing process. Absolutely. Amateur Draft Scott, I appreciate you. Keep grinding. I'm going to keep grinding. I got to do it. I can't tell my son to keep grinding, and I'm not grinding myself. So we definitely going to do that. Who is wearing number 0? Number 0 on defense, that is Samuel Womack, Hurricane. And yes, he definitely got smoked, but he didn't make the catch. Big Dez in the house. What's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, E-Man, no catch. Go says he dropped that. Good call by Kyle. Joker in the building. Just like he didn't challenge in the NFC. Come on, Joker. Why you got to bring up old stuff, man? Why you got to bring up old stuff? We know he should have challenged that. But I feel like he only challenged this one because it's a preseason and the game really don't count. But we know he should have challenged that in the NFC Championship. Him challenging that Devontae Smith catch in the NFC Championship game would have been such a huge momentum swing. And like, you never want to say like shoulda, coulda, or what if. But if he challenged that and that gets overturned and it changes the momentum in that game, what if Brock Purdy doesn't get injured? Like, I thought about that plenty of times. Yes. Terry Middleton said, are these? Yes, they're Raider commentators. So a lot of what they say is going to be geared toward the Raiders. That's why I'm not listening to anything that they're saying about the 49ers, anything that they're saying about Trey Lance, because they are Raider commentators. So these will be the commentators that you hear on like the Raiders radio station or whatever network that they have that they put their games out. So these won't be the guys. Just like when the 49ers at home, we get a lot of Tim Ryan and the other guy. Like, you don't hear those guys on the national broadcast, but if you tune into whatever radio broadcast it is, that's who you'll hear. These are the same guys. So these are Raider homers. They're built to say all positive things about the Raiders and nobody else. Robert Murray, appreciate you for stopping by. He says, let's go, Trey. Yeah, I think he wants to make a play on special teams that he's not calling fair catch. Thankfully, to this point, it hasn't backfired and bit him in the backside. But yeah, he's got to be comfortable with calling fair catch. And we gotta look at the mindset, right? Like they could be, just like we said, trying stuff in a game. He could not be calling fair catch just to see what it's like to get hit. See what it's like to time catching the ball and getting hit at the same time. If you think you got the blocking scheme set up, if you think you might see an alley or a lane and you want to wait until the last minute before you decide maybe to call fair catch. So maybe he's just trying some things. Maybe it's just a bad habit where he doesn't do it. So if he does this, if he is slated to return punts in the regular season, I'll wait to see how he handles some of those. All right, Trey. Play action. Good block, Charlie Warner. Step up in the pocket. It's not there. Okay. Hold on to the ball. Not fumbled it, but now let's see this. Good. Tuck it. Tuck it. Look at that. Look at that. What is he supposed to do? Just throw it away. Who just got pancaked? The offensive line is supposed to pancake. The offensive lineman is not supposed to get pancaked. How terrible was that? T-Jack, what's up with Ronnie Bell not calling fair catch? Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. I don't know if he's just trying to understand the speed of the game and how fast these special teams guys can close. I don't know. RX said Ronnie Bell giving me Kyle Williams PTSD. Good ball, Trey. Good ball. That's what happens when you give him time to sit in the pocket and scan the field. Good ball, Trey. 916 says Trey hesitating, but there's got to be a reason. I can't wait to watch the all 22. I want to watch the all 22 of this game because I want to see what the coverage is looking like. Because the pressure that this offensive line is giving up is absolutely ridiculous. It's terrible. It's terrible. Trey working, he has to. Look, right up in his face. Now that's not Trey's fault. Mason's got to catch that. So it looks like that was set up for a screen. That's just a drop by Mason. Terry says, yeah, Trey has to throw that away if he doesn't see anything. Man, somebody got to be. I don't. Whoever. I think it was the right guard. It was somebody on the inside. It was either the center or the right guard. But somebody got bullied. Was that Zakel? Third and fourth and a yard, 4th and 2 on the 40. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Raiders took a timeout. Yeah, he had open field, man. He can't drop that screen. He can't drop that screen. He does run angry. Andy, I agree. This isn't a fair assessment of Trey. I don't think this is a fair assessment of Trey. I don't think this is a fair assessment of the running game. We aren't able to do anything really well. I mean, for us to be able to get that one drive to get into the end zone, to kind of sustain this drive here a little bit, even though we're on a 4th and 2. We haven't been able to do anything really well or consistently because of this offensive line play. Ah. Oh, Jordan Willis on the Raiders. Oh. Tight end Fumagalli missed the kick out block. Nick Sakel can't anchor. You got Willie Snead in there against defensive tackles. Maybe Trey should have kept it, but maybe that wasn't the play call. That wasn't the design. We don't know if Trey had the option to keep it. While it looks like an option play, we don't know if Kyle said, if that play call is specifically a fake option, hand it off to Jordan Mason. We don't know. Looked like he could have kept it, but it looks like either way, Jordan Willis came free and unblocked. So once he saw the ball was let go by Trey, he attacked downhill. I feel like if Trey kept it, he would have stayed out wide and tried to make the play there too. So I can't wait till I get like my little soundboard where I can, do all my sounds and stuff. Cause right now I would click that Adrian Broner button that I would make where he said, I'm not gonna lie right now. I'm getting cooked. Cause Sam Womack not looking too good out here right now. Well, he looked good last year, but right now, today, this game, Ambry Thomas with the breakup. Ambry. Yeah, he just needs the reps. Yeah, that sucks. Turnover on downs. Backups playing like hot garbage. Okay, Ambry. They're running the same run up the middle, and we're getting no push. Oh, Taylor, you fell for the pump. You fell for the pump, Taylor. Oh, you fell for the pump. Thomas all over the field today. Yes, he is. Let's go, Ambry. Missed the sack. I know he fell. He fell for the pump fake. Ah. Oh, just when Ambry makes a good play, he gets called for a holding. And Curry Ball with a missed tackle. I think we are used to this team having such good depth because we didn't have, when Kyle started, there was absolutely zero talent on this team. Now, when you look around this roster, we have arguably the best left tackle in the game. We have the best running back in the game, the best tight end in the game. We got the best middle linebacker in the game. Um, we've got really, really good receivers. We've got the best defensive end in the game. Like at five positions, we have the best at that position in the NFL. And then our starters across the board have become really, really, really good players. Um, so I think that starting lineup has separated itself so much from the guys behind them on the depth chart. Um, so it is a bit troubling, and it's troubling because while we hope this year is different, we are just used to, as a fan base, knowing that this team struggles with injuries to key players, injuries to key players at key positions. Um, so the past couple of years, we've relied on our backup situation, right? We relied on guys in that second string and third string to come in and play well. And for the most part, those guys have. We've seen play out of guys like Raheem Mostert, and we've seen plays out of Jeff Wilson Jr. We've seen plays out of the wide receivers and the tight ends and the corners and the safeties. Azeez Al-Shaair was able to get a good contract with the Titans because him coming in relief when Dre Greenlaw went down. So, we're used to having that depth, and I don't think this year is similar or as good as other years with depth. This is the first preseason game, so got some rust to knock off and some things to work out. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this team gels. He looks okay. I mean, again, that's why I said these are Raiders commentators, because they're saying Aiden O'Connell looks good in his debut. He looks okay. He hasn't done anything spectacular yet. And see, he gets credit for that little wide receiver screen when we can't wrap and tackle. We're not wrapping and tackling, and we're a team that's known for wrapping and tackling. That's father, mother, brother, sister right there with the catch. And just when I start talking trash, now Aiden O'Connell want to look good. Good ball. Jalen Graham was up too close to the line. He didn't fall back and drop back into that zone where he can be able to play it. Good tackle by Jair Brown to get the big guy down. Looked like Marcelino McCrary Ball was mad at somebody. They didn't either wasn't lined up right, wasn't in position. Ref call holding on number 44. Greg Papa said holding on Juice. He's in the game, though. He called holding on 44, and then they corrected it. They said the holding was on Ambry Thomas. 805 Spaz. What's good, Mose? What's up, bro? Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad to have you. Oh, good out route. Touchdown. Isaiah Oliver getting cooked, too. What is that about? Couldn't evaluate Trey much that half. Not at all. RB took out 2 blitzers. We're going to miss Jimmy Ward. I think so. Defense looks definitely meh. Oliver got smoked. Yes, he did. It's like he didn't even react to it. I think he was waiting on the run or had his eyes in the backfield, and he reacted too late. I'll take the blame for this one because the commentator said something that kind of made me mad. He was like, Aiden O'Connell's looked great. I was like, he looked good. Like, he was okay. And as soon as I say he was okay, he threw 3 dots. 3 dots. Second time Oliver. He's been getting smoked today. It's been quiet except for this one. But Oliver has not been in position at all. Oh, we got to talk about that, Spaz. On both sides of the ball. Just no discipline whatsoever. And you could say, yeah, these aren't the starters, so, we're not expecting, too much discipline from them. No. Everybody on this team need to be disciplined. Everybody. That's how good football teams become great football teams, is when everybody is playing disciplined football. And right now, this first half has not been good disciplined football. I think it must be really, really hard to find returners in this league. All right, Trey, you got 28 seconds. I know that's not a lot of time. We're probably not going to see nothing deep. Let's see what the routes were. Yeah, I couldn't see. Good ball, Trey. I couldn't see Conley's route on that one, but it looks like Bell ran a corner, but the corner was sitting underneath it. So if he'd have threw it to Bell, that was definitely picked. Again, I couldn't see Conley's route. We've only got 28 seconds. So I feel like if he would have checked it down. Which is why I'm okay with him trying to get that pass to Snead against a rookie and Amari Burney. Like, I'm okay with that. I'd rather him throw to a linebacker who's not known for catching than a corner who might have a better opportunity to pick it off. And again, I couldn't see Conley's route on that. But again, you're down 7, 28 seconds left. I felt like if he would have checked it down in the flat, we'd have been like, Trey, what are you doing? We got to push the ball up the field. You checking it down in the flat, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't move the ball forward. Okay, and we get a 15 yards. There we go. So now he almost throws the near pick for probably the only route that was open. It doesn't get picked. He throws 2 dots after that. We got the Raiders homers on the commentary saying that was a bad call. Doesn't matter. It's preseason. $63 is a Kel. Look at how bad he gets beat here. And then Matt Pryor also gets beat on the inside move. Guys, I don't know what to say, man. I feel really, really bad for Trey Lance. I feel absolutely bad. This offensive line is terrible. Terrible. It depends, Ghost, which one you're talking about. It was a linebacker, not a safety. Another almost pick. Yeah, like I said, on that one, I couldn't see Conley's route. Moody missed it. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm going to mute this just so that I don't have any of the audio in the background while I'm talking to you guys for halftime. What did we see? Nobody open. And I'm looking at the almost pick that turned into the Dwelly touchdown. Nobody else was open. He couldn't run it because it was boot action. On the boot action, the linebacker 51 was right in his face. So you could try to make him miss, but if you don't make him miss, you get sacked for a loss. There was nobody else open on that play. So I think somebody said it earlier. No one is playing discipline. No one. So look, we might see Moody, field goal time. Let's go, Moody. And then it goes to Moody. Damn. Moody, man. Nate said he's not ready. It is what it is. I think he's probably talking about Trey. Listen, I don't think you can say that here. One who I know is not ready is anybody that's not the starting offensive line. That for sure. Moody missed. Trey needs to be on the team that actually needs him. Mose, he is doing his best. He's trying. He's really trying. See, that one, I think he wanted to go to Warner, but he was basically bracket covered. He had a linebacker on each side of him. So you either throw that in there and you get him killed or you get it picked off. Zakel called for the holding here. Doesn't matter. Everybody got beat. He tucked the ball there to make sure they didn't get stripped from behind. We look flat. Everybody. We look flat. We look flat. We look unmotivated. I think we've been in Vegas too long. Guys was on the strip. Everybody was gambling. They went to the Usher show. I think Adele's still out in Vegas with her residency. I don't know. Thoroughbred, appreciate you for tuning in. He said O-line is trash. Same for the defense. Moody been doing 60 yards. Come on. Yeah, that was a 40. Bigfoot Moody missed. O-line depth showing a few problems. Blessings for no serious injuries for our O-line starters. 1,000%. Go said Robbie Gold is LMAO right now. Probably. Shout out to the he gonna make me put it on. He gonna make me put it on. It's too late. In from him, but he has made a few bad decisions. Yeah, I mean, I feel like some of the bad decisions have come from being skittish in the pocket, not knowing if your O-line is going to block, having to rush his decision making. I feel like, that has led to some bad decisions, but also because he hasn't had the reps, is he equipped to make better decisions because he hasn't seen it? He hasn't been through this. You know what I'm saying? Last year when he played in the preseason, he was playing with the starting offensive line. So, he looked good in preseason games behind, Trent Williams and, Burford and Banks for a couple of series. So, shout out to the bro for that theme song. Shout out to Lake City. Shout out to Wayne Breezy. Shout out to Trav, Big Trav, for the Faithful to the Bay track. Let me pull up Travis King. Shout out to those three. The Faithful to the Bay track, Wayne Breezy featuring Lake City Fresh, Travis King. Got a song called Faithful to the Bay. Believe they are shooting the music video for the song the week of the Cowboys game. And I will be out in Cali, so I will be making my cameo in that video. So I can't wait for that. Can't wait for that. Sean Tardif, appreciate you for tuning in. He said it's a slow progression game until we hopefully come back, maybe win this game. I hope we can come back. Let's see what Sam Darnold does in the second half. Dale E says at least it's preseason game 1. Yes, it's something to build off of, something to watch. Offensive line is definitely going to have to go back to the drawing board. Chris Forrester is going to have to figure out how to get these second string guys up to snuff. He said it's not too late to speed dial Robbie Gold. He not coming back after that. I think he feels disrespected. Somebody said, LOL, there's a reason why Gold is on the couch still. Yeah, he's a little older in age, but I think he is old reliable. Gary Cerna, left side of the line, is like all of the line, left side, right side, middle. It looked all bad. All bad on the TD drive. Che was throwing the yak open. It looked good. Yeah, I mean, he made some good throws. He made some poor decisions. But I don't think I think most of his poor decisions came from lack of protection. He either had to make a quicker read than he anticipated, or what was supposed to be open wasn't open and he was getting pressure. So again, all of this for me is mental reps that he's going through, that he's learning, that he's getting in his head, so that he can, hopefully learn and grow from it. He has practice against the Oakland defense all week. Yeah, but one of those days he only threw like 2 passes. He was like 1 of 2 or something like that. So like, yeah, he has been, but he hasn't been getting enough reps to know what they're going to do. And from all the reports that I got from the joint practices, the Raiders defensive line was cooking our offensive line anyway. Now, maybe not the starters. I'm sure, Trent and those boys weren't getting beat badly. But other than that, I heard that the Raiders defensive line was for providing pressure and was in the lap of our quarterbacks all practice, all joint practices. So that's something that we definitely got to look at and go back to the drawing board with. So now we get a whole half of Sam. I think so. That's what they said. They said Trey would do the first half and Sam would do the second half. I don't know if we'll see Brandon Allen. If we do, it may not be until the fourth quarter. He may start the fourth quarter. Or he may come in midway in the fourth quarter, but we'll have to see. He said, that's fire emoji. Yeah, that's Lake City Fresh. That's Lake City Fresh. I sent him the beat. Shout out to my little cousin, Knights, the producer. He made the beat for me. I sent it to Lake City. Lake City said, I got you. And he sent me that heat. He said, you already know, broski. He said, I owe you one too. I'm patiently waiting for it, bro. Whenever you get it done, send it over, man. I appreciate you. You already know that. Jack said the song is dope. But listen, when you got a dope artist and allow them to do their thing, allow them to just be creative with, what the Lord has blessed them to do, you get something like that, man. Like you can't spin it any other way. Gary says Trey needs to know where to go with the ball and not hold on to it so long. Yeah, that is true. I do think in some aspects, because he wants to prove that he has improved as a passer, he doesn't want to make any errant throws or throw any interceptions. So that could be leading to a little bit of hesitation with him pulling the trigger and kind of letting it go. I think that's why earlier we saw a couple of those pump fakes, or maybe he should have let one go. I feel like the first one he could have let go. The second one, I saw why he pump faked it. You got a guy bracket covered, two linebackers on either side. Feel like he throws that, you either get your tight end killed or you get picked off. So, but yeah, being more decisive, going through his reads, making a decision, letting the ball go. Definitely got to do that. Everything is still, but I knew this was coming because it's preseason. Kyle usually turns it up last preseason game. Probably, but I wonder how they'll do it. I wonder if the second preseason game they'll continue to give the backups most of the burn, and if the starters will play most of the third preseason game, because after that they'll have 2 weeks off. I can't remember how we did it last year. I mean, Trey numbers is still kind of good though. He's 10 of 15 for 112 and a touchdown. So I mean, his numbers not bad, not bad. Could be better, not bad. But yeah, so we'll have to see. I think they did that last year. Starters play most of the third preseason game, at least the first half. We'll see from the starters, and then we won't see them again until week 1, because after the third preseason game, we kind of like something like 12, 13 days, 15, either between 12 and 15. I got to take a look at the schedule. So they might do it that way. So it'll still be vanilla because Kyle's not going to want to give up too much of what he's got going on and what he's been working on. But I think he will turn it up and get to a more consistent play calling flow. E-Man says, I'm sorry, but Trey Lance ain't it. I hope I eat those words. Yeah, again, I like most of us said, I don't think we can judge it off of it. The offensive line play is terrible. And for him to still be 10 of 15 for 112 yards and a touchdown, like if you watch the game and see how he played, you wouldn't think that his numbers would be like that. So 10 completions for 112 yards, that's pretty solid, knowing that we didn't call a lot of runs and the offensive line play was absolutely terrible. And that 10 of 15 includes a drop on a screen to Jordan Mason, where that could have been big yards and a big play. So he could have been 11 of 15 for what, 120, 130 yards, depending on how much he gained. So there's a lot of context to these numbers. A lot of context to these numbers. Secondary offensive line is horrific. Absolutely Niner faithful. Lake City says, "Hey, Mose, you know what's about to happen. Sam about to come in and ball out." Bro, if that happens, I know what the narrative is going to be. If Sam comes in and balls out with the same offensive line, even though they're not going up against the same defensive line, it's going to be that, Sam is the number 2. He's more ready. He's more prepared. He doesn't make dumb decisions, all that kind of stuff. So we already know what's up. Niner Faithful says you can't judge him off that offensive line. Trey's throwing mechanics still look good. Offseason work paid off. Yes, it did. Absolutely. Oh, just kicked it off and almost gave up a kick return. Who's number 9? Number 9, Braden Willis with the save and tackle. Let me unmute this now. All right, halftime stats. 9 first downs for the Niners to 11 for the Raiders. 133 total yards to 173. So they have 40 more total yards than us. We've only converted 1 third down. They've converted 5 of 8. We only got 1 sack. They got 4. And it looks like I think they are also winning in time of possession. Aiden O'Connell still out there, carving up the defense again. Goodness gracious. Carving up the defense again. And this is why Aiden O'Connell is able to be successful, because their offensive line is blocking. He's only gotten sacked 1 time. He's rarely been under pressure. And so whoever number 11 is, he's able to run this short post pattern, find a open area in the zone, and O'Connell fits it in perfectly. But we aren't getting the same pressure. They ran an end around like we did, missed tackle. Gary says, I love Trey throwing those short passes. That's something I've been wanting to see for a long time. Yeah, him being accurate with the short throws, not putting too much on it, allowing those guys to catch it and turn upfield. O-line needs to eat some burgers. Grizz says, shout out to Grizz. Appreciate you for tuning in. Oh, defense is getting cooked. Defense get I was excited about our secondary linebackers, our second and third team linebackers. They look bad. Shout out to Grizz. Appreciate you for tuning in. I think he's still not seeing the field as good as he should. I think this is the first game time action. And I don't want to sound like I'm always making excuses for Trey, but I do think that this is his first live game action after the injury from last year with the new mechanics behind a terrible offensive line. So that's a lot to it's context. This is his first live game action since his injury. 1. 2, he's got to figure out how to play a football game with pressure and not revert to his old habits and continue to use those new mechanics, right? And then you got the fact that your offensive line is terrible. Thoroughbred tight ends were trash too. Yes, they were. Yes, Dwelly caught the touchdown, but he also continued to prove that he cannot block worth a what he say? What they say in Remember the Titans? Tell your buddies to block for Rev because they have not blocked for him worth a blood nickel, and you know it. Well, Dwelly is not blocking worth a blood nickel, and he knows it. And Kyle knows it too. Niner Faithful says lack of protection gives him a lack of seeing the field. That also is true. Preseason, in my opinion, shows where you're at on depth, and we are terrible. Complete the tackle, Jalen Graham. You swung him to the ground, but he rolled on top and his knee didn't touch. Complete the tackle, young fella. Taz the Machine. Appreciate you for tuning in, bro. Trey is awful. He should have gotten picked off at least 3 times, but Raiders are allergic to catching the football. Yeah, man, I can't say he's awful, bro. Not with what our offensive line did. I cannot give him the awful tag with how poorly the offensive line played. Says Trey was still able to fill the defense. He still did well that half. Carlson, got it. Mm. Mm. Niner faithful, give him first team, big difference in play. I agree. On the side, halftime snack note. Anyone try those wavy lays Funyuns flavor? So bad for your health, but so good they're evil. I didn't know they made those. So it's the wavy lays chips, but like the Funyuns flavor. All right. I'm probably not gonna try them just because, like you said, they're not good for your health. And I'm trying to slim down as it is. I'm trying to go from a defensive tackle to like a linebacker. Like I'm not gonna be. I can't get too small. Like I still got to look, tough sometimes. Still got to look like I can protect my wife and my kids, right? So I'm not. I can't go to like a corner, but I'm gonna try to get from a D tackle to like a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get down to like a linebacker size. So y'all pray for me. Pray for me. Help me. Keep me in your prayers. Make sure that I stay consistent and focused, eating right. Because it's good stuff out here, like Funyun flavored wavy lays. That's like that ain't gonna help me. O-line didn't do their job, but Trey didn't look comfortable either. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it. A lot that goes into it. Word is Allen is at the hospital with his wife and their newborn. Okay, so we might not have any Brandon Allen because he is in the hospital with the missus and their newborn child. So congratulations to the Allens on welcoming a beautiful new life into this world. Congratulations on that. So we should get a full half of Sam Darnold, third and fourth quarter. So let's see what he's able to do. Oh, Flo Wright says, I need something for his plumbing business, Lake City Fresh. He need a jingle for the plumbing business, Lake City. Let's get him a good jingle so that he can market and promote his business. Let's get it. See, that's what it is. 49ers fan faithful helping each other out. Can't be comfortable behind that offensive line. That's just downright horrible. There it is. He said, shoot me a message, bro. We can work on something. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. Okay. Okay. I think we might have found a returner. Oh, we got to. Okay. Okay. That looked good. That looked good, Deshaun Jameson. Okay. Okay, Jameson. We got a flag. It's probably on the Niners. That was a nice return. I like how he tried to set him up. Holding number 81. Who's 81? All right, so Nick Zakel, Keith Ishmael, Elm Manning. I think that's Leroy Watson. That was a bad pass to Tay Martin because he should have caught it. But another flag. More pressure being given up. And we got a holding. Illegal formation. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. First and 15 from the 5. So holding on Latu on the kickoff, 81. That's Cameron Latu. He's got the holding on the kickoff. And then we got illegal formation where the wide receiver covered up the tight end. So I think that was on Tay Martin. Nice. That was good. That was a good ball. Good catch, Ronnie. Another flag. So Elm Manning, Nick Zakel, Jason Poe, Keith Ishmael, and Leroy Watson are the offensive linemen. Another illegal formation. Wide receiver covering up the tight end again. Flat, undisciplined. That's what we've been saying in the chat. Flat, undisciplined. Looks like an early season Kyle Shanahan coach team. Talk that talk, RX. Flat and undisciplined. And that's why we start slow. That's why we start 4-4, 3-5. Yeah, see, number 48 wasn't playing in the first half. Trey didn't have a chance to pick on him. Look at offensive line is bad. TDP can't find a hole. Third and 8. Let's see if we can extend this drive. Come on, guys. Let's see what we can do. Let's extend this drive. Braden Willis in motion. Okay, good. Nice. Good pass to Tay Martin. They going after number 48. They killing Hearn. But now the offensive line is picking up blocks and holding up. Why? Because they're not going up against top talent. They're not going up against better talent. Is his name Easy Hearn? ZZ Hearn? What I don't know what they saying about this man's first name. Number 48, though. No push up front. No push up front. Y'all making Isaac Rochelle look like a starter. And Watson is pushing him into Mason. What are you doing, Leroy? Come on, Bruce Leroy. Nothing. Nothing. No push. These dudes should be ashamed of themselves. They are getting no push. They are getting bullied. No push. They tried to go fast for a QB sneak and didn't get it. So again, Sam Darnold made some good throws that drive. It means nothing because our offensive line can't stand up. Our offensive line look at that. No push on a QB sneak. The Philadelphia Eagles would never. Nothing. No push. They got no push. No push. He said Mose called it. I mean, listen. It's like the games are a microcosm of our year. Kyle spends so much time trying to set things up instead of just balling. RX, please preach this gospel right now. Like, I understand you trying to set people up. I understand you're trying to, do certain things with your script so that you can open up things later in the game. But dog, we not at that point where you got to set people up anymore. And at a point, you can't set nobody up. At a certain point, you're not going to be able to always set somebody up. And sometimes it takes too long to set somebody up for something that you're going to do in the third quarter. At some point, you just got to ball out. You got to go out, call the right plays, and put your guys in a position to just beat the other man. That's plain and simple, my G. Like, what is all this trying to set up? And I get it, but at a certain point, it's mano y mano. And we have a team that, we boast Trent Williams, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Like, at some point, we just got to go out there and we just got to beat up other teams. We just have to win our battles. We worrying about setting up. And RX, preach that gospel, bro. He do much setting up instead of just balling. Just going out there and playing. I'm not going to buy into this Sam Darnold narrative. I mean, listen, like I said, he made some really, really good throws that drive. Good throws. But again, it doesn't mean anything because we cannot get into a rhythm because the offensive line is terrible. Go for it. Yeah, 4th and 1. Snuck it in. And again, offensive line gets no push. They getting bullied. O-line is shout out to Ramon and Emily Jones. O-line is getting pushed 3 yards backwards. Yep. 3 yards backwards. Go. 0 push up the middle. Nothing. Defense is back on the field. Aiden O'Connell is under center again. Draw play. And they get about 3. O-line looking weak. O-line has no depth. 67 got stood up and pushed back. And O-line in all caps, this O-line is trash AF. Like I said, it don't matter who behind center. It does not. Should have just let Moody kick it. Let him get those kicks in. Yeah, it looked like he need them. Like Trey need reps, so do Moody. He got to get whatever jitters, whatever mental block in his head out. Just in college, you were one of the most accurate kickers. Like, I need you to bring that same energy to the NFL. Watch how easily 66 get pushed out of the hole on defense. Sickening. Sometimes you got a 66. Now, 66 on defense. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's somebody new that we brought in. Who did we just sign recently? Because I think he did take number 66. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, 66 is. Hold on. We just brought him in, I think. Uh-oh. Jameson. Oh, yeah. I like how Jameson see it and go. Oh, no, 66 on defense is Daryl Johnson. Oh, and the new guy that we brought in was Breland Speaks. Holding on the receiving team. Jameson having some good returns, but both times it's been holdings. Oh my goodness, guys. This is terrible. Sometimes you got to play checkers instead of chess. He said, "Nah, you preaching Mose while I'm here, big bro. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you. We in this together, bro, for sure." Kyle, he's too smart for his own good. Yes, he is. Narrator slandering Trey and pampering Donald. Well, we know what that's about. They need some milk. Yeah, I like Jameson as a returner. I think if he makes this team, it's because of special teams, and then if he can add anything on the defensive end and a special package, as a nickel or as a safety, I like what he brings. But as far as special teams, I like him as a returner over Ronnie Bell because he just sees it and goes. Again, talking about like we were just talking about with Kyle, he's not trying to set it up. Like, okay, I see it, I'm gonna make a move. If I gotta make another move and go the opposite way and try to make you miss, I'm gonna do that. And he's been getting good yards, but both of his returns, there have been holdings. So imagine Jameson with whoever our starting return unit is. That was on 53. Who's 53? Could have been D Winters. The first one was on Cam Latu. The second one they said holding on number 53. 53 is D Winters. Because I don't think there's a 53 on offense. If it is, it would be a lineman and they wouldn't be on the return unit. Yeah, no 53 on offense. So the only 53 on the roster is D Winters. So that holding penalty on that return was on him. Goodness gracious. All right, man, get Jimmy Garoppolo off my screen. I don't want to see this man all black suit with the Raiders pin on it. All right, bro. Whatever. It says Speaks is 66 on defense. He's getting pushed everywhere. Oh, so they must have gave Speaks 66. Okay, cool. Yeah, if he's getting pushed everywhere, that's not good. I know we just picked him up. I know we needed depth. I don't think Breland Speaks is going to make the roster, but him getting washed out of the play is not good at all. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Mm. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna need Jameson. Let's see. Punch out by 36 right there. Now, was his knee down? Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the ball. Oh, close, but I think it's out. I think it's out before the knee is down. And Martin is just standing there, just oblivious. Jeez, man. They getting 5 yards of carry, yo. They getting 5 yards of carry. We are getting bullied in the trenches. And that's supposed to be our calling card. That's supposed to be the thing that we do best. Cam Latu, man. Holding on special teams, then a fumble. It's not looking good, man. I'll give you that, E, man. That Donald sidearm was fire. Changing the arm angle to get the ball in there to his receiver, and you pay that off by fumbling. O-line needs OG Captain America, Super Soldiers. Facts. Facts, Sean. They need something. If it ain't the Super Soldier Serum, it better be that special juice from Space Jam. They need something. They need the water bottle with the Mike Special Juice or whatever they wrote on it. Yeah, Quantrez out here hitting. We called him Cameron. Drop two. Gotta go. He's not tight end number 2. Ooh, that's big. Because this man was drafted high. Second and goal. Let's see if we can hold him to 3. They handed the ball off and they get 5 yards of carry. So they punch it right in, right up the middle. We had no shot at stopping that. Oh, man. We're going to have a lot to talk about tomorrow on NGNT. Oh, we're going to have a lot to talk about. Mm. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's going on in the chat? Somebody posted. So shout out to Big Kev, Silverado Kev. He said, if almost interceptions didn't concern you much from Brock Purdy, they shouldn't concern you much from Trey Lance. If they concerned you from Purdy, they should concern you from Lance. Just be consistent. And I think that is spot on. The almost interceptions didn't concern me from Purdy just because he's a young guy. He got thrown into a situation and, he had to figure out his way. Um, with Trey Lance, again, there are variables, right? There are factors into why he may not be the sharpest. I think he was able to go 10 of 15 for 112 because of his improved mechanics. But again, he hasn't played meaningful football against another team, against another opponent since he broke his ankle. So we could just leave it at that as far as him coming into an actual football game and knocking off rust. So there's that. And then there's the offensive line was just terrible today. The Raiders are on the brink of giving the Niners their fatality move. It sure enough looked like it. He said was hoping to have a victory drink, but now it's not looking too good. I'll just say that. We lost all our depth and replaced it with Javon Hargrave. I mean, I see what you're saying. You know, we spent a lot of money to bring him in here. A lot of money to bring him in here. But I think he's going to pay dividends to where in the regular season where we're not really worried about depth. I don't think we'll care as much. Says, nah, consistency doesn't color coordinate for some of our fans. There it is. That's just the truth. Was hoping for a victory drink. Now it's just looking like I just want to dull the pain from our depth. Absolutely. We all know there will be a double standard. Appreciate Inspiron 498. Okay, TDP. T-Jack, I know this is preseason, but our team needs to go back and start reevaluating some of these players. I will say this. I feel like because of the rule changes with how teams can practice, because of the collective bargaining agreement with the NFLPA and all that kind of stuff, with the rule changes, because they can't do as much as they used to, maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago in practice, as far as hitting, how early they can hit, how often they can hit, all those kind of things. I do think teams wait until preseason games against other teams, full contact, helmets, pads, all that kind of stuff, for them to really be able to evaluate their guys. I think obviously if you got some guys who are losing their one-on-ones in practice, they're not getting through drills properly, they don't know the playbook, they don't know their assignments, they're just making boneheaded errors. I think you can fully be able to tell who those guys are and kind of wean those out early. But for some other guys who may do great in one-on-ones, who may do great in drills, I think you are waiting until these preseason games to get a full evaluation on how do they play scenario-based football. What do they look like on 1st and 10? What do they look like on 2nd and long, 2nd and short, 3rd and long, 3rd and short? What do they look like on 4th down if we need them to? So I do think this coaching staff will be heavy evaluating this team after this game. He said, no need to sugarcoat it. None at all. Keep it 100. Good catch, Ronnie Bell. Great catch in traffic. Yeah, I didn't like that pass either. That was, again, another almost pick. He does look good. I don't like Ronnie Bell as a returner, but I think as that 4th option in the wide receiver core, again, with Ray McCloud being out because of the broken wrist, I think Ronnie Bell making this roster as that fourth option out the receiving core. You got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Jennings. Those are your top three. And then, Ronnie Bell filling in that slot. I like that. I don't like him as a returner, but as a wide receiver, he runs good routes. He has speed. He has good hands. He's tough. He's making contested catches. That was a great catch to be able to take that hit and still hang on to the ball. Love it. Let's go, Ronnie Bell. Having a good day. He stays open. Absolutely. Yes, he's definitely making his team. Grid says he's having a game. Bell out here balling. Yup. I like it, Ronnie Bell. I like it a lot. I don't want him returning, but I want him to be there as a receiver. Give us that deep threat option. I know we still got Danny Gray in the mix. Would have loved to see him today. NFL extra points credit card. I might have to do that and get me a Niner card. Allegiant Stadium looks pretty cool, but honestly, I'm waiting for that new stadium in Tennessee. Tennessee Titans are getting a new stadium, and I've seen the mock-up for it. I'm waiting for that one. When that's done, I'm taking a trip to Tennessee to go to that stadium because that stadium looks like it's going to be fire. I still got to get to Allegiant. I still got to get to SoFi. Can't wait to be back at Levi's this year, man. I'm so excited. Haven't been to Cali since 2019, since before the pandemic. So I came out. That was my first time in Cali, period. First time at Levi's Stadium, that 2019 season. And then, as y'all know, 2020, we had the pandemic. So haven't been back to Cali since. I'm excited to hitting the friendly skies and getting out to Cali this year for that Sunday night game against the Cowboys. It's going to be a great weekend. Again, no protection. And yes, this is a blitz, but that's horrible pickup by TDP. Horrible. And I know that this didn't happen, but it's almost like Kyle told him, "Hey, yo, don't block. I want to see what these guys do under pressure." Which I know he would never tell them, the offensive line and the running backs, to not block for his quarterback. Where was that going to? Where was that ball going to? Please show me that replay so I can see what he possibly was thinking about. Are we going? Are we kicking? What's happening? What did you call the timeout for, Josh? Okay, Moody for a 58er. Moody for a 58. Is he trying to ice the kicker on a 58-yarder when you're up 17 points? What is the purpose? What is the meaning of this? I do Ghost, but I need one this big, and I need one that's insulated like this. So like I like I like whatever I'm drinking, I like it to be cold, cold. So I got a ton of ice in here, and it's keeping my cran apple juice nice and cold. So if they make a big insulated mug like this that'll keep it cold, then I show it to me. I need to find that one. No, 916 Moody did not get redemption. Mike and Kim says, "What game are you coming out to?" Yeah, it's the Cowboys game. October. What day is the game? The game is October 8th, I think. I'll be flying out Friday. So October 8th, Sunday night football. Cowboys at 49ers Levi Stadium. I will be in the building. Sean says California is totally different. As the notorious B.I.G. used to say, it's good to visit, but bad to live in California. Yeah, listen, cost of living, the price of houses, California gas is like $5-6 a gallon. I heard something crazy like that. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. He said, "Gold still a fit." Jack says, "Where's Zane Gonzalez?" I don't know, but maybe we see Zane on the next kick. Maybe we see Zane the next game. Terrible. You got to try the short one to get his confidence. He tried. He missed a 40 already. He tried to kick a 40-yarder and he missed it. And he's already got no. I mean, he made an extra point. He tried the 40-yarder early in the game and missed it. And then he tried the 58 and missed that one. already it's going to start quick. Jake Booty. They called him Booty Moody. Yeah, Robbie Gold is definitely at home. Like, yeah, I would have made that one. I don't know why I'm so petty. If I was Robbie Gold, I would have tweeted. It would have been a subliminal, but I would have been at home like, 40-yarder. I would have made that one. And then when it 0 for 2, 58-yarder, yeah, I would have made that one too. Look at Flavor Flav in the building. Flavor Flav. Okay, I'm glad they didn't throw a flag. Oh, they did throw a flag. Yeah, come on, Jalen Graham. He was already down. All you had to do was touch him. That's our third pick. Our third round draft pick missing field goals. Yep. The YouTube's gonna be epic post. Oh yeah, this team is about to get roasted. All the Niners content creators are gonna go in about this game, about the lack of discipline. Uh, it's just terrible football. They about to go crazy. Sean isn't wrong. We make great money, but we still live paycheck to paycheck here in Silicon Valley. Yeah, man. I heard it's tough out there. I guess this really is flag football. I see what you're saying. Like, this the NFL. That hit, you should be able to take a hit. But again, he was already down. He wasn't trying to get up to continue running. All you got to do is run over and touch him, put your hand on his shoulder. again, I get you 100%. Old school mindset is you put a hit on a guy, but because the rules are what they are, who is that? Is that okay? Jalen Graham. Okay, okay. Man, lack of talent. Jack says, period, as y'all should. We played horribly, played terribly. I mean, we getting a ton of penalties. Yeah, that too. Penalties are ridiculous. So if Moody starts missing field goals in the regular season, I'm going to start to get worried. But here's what's frustrating to me, like, and I know you can't go with the trends. You got to be, your own individual. You got to make your own, choices and make your own moves. But that's why everybody was scratching their head because selecting a kicker that high, using a draft pick as valuable as a third round pick on a kicker, is usually frowned upon because kicker is one of them things where you don't know how they're going to transition into the NFL, how they're going to transition to NFL fields, the NFL ball, which is different from the college ball, um, how they're going to transition to different climates, different weather conditions, the pressure of being an NFL kicker and the pressure of making field goals. You don't know how they're going to respond to that. And while Justin Tucker is, the best kicker in the league right now, the most accurate kicker in NFL history to this point, Justin Tucker was undrafted. He was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Ravens and then made the team and then became Justin Tucker best kicker in the league. You don't have to spend a third round pick on a good kicker. And I feel like it would be the 49ers that backfires on. That we spend a third round pick on a kicker and then he winds up being not good. And now the 49ers are the uh we become what is it called? What am I looking for? Basically, we become the story of like, this is why you don't do this. We become the poster child for this is why you don't draft a kicker in the third round. It just so happens that would be our luck, right? Uh, but a lot is going to be made about Moody missing both of these kicks, a 40 and a 58. So, oh man, it's a lot going on in this game, and none of it is really good. None of it is really good. Right. Most of the best guys are undrafted. I'm not worried about the kicker. I'm concerned about the O line. Yeah, it's a lot to be concerned about. I think I'm concerned about both. I'll give Moody a little bit of grace. We'll see what happens next game. But yeah, missing two kicks. And this is a controlled environment. This is a dome stadium. The roof is closed. There's no wind, no weather elements, no rain for you to worry about. So missing a 40 and a 58 here, that's a bit concerning. Says maybe we playing soft since it's a preseason, so we know who to keep and cut loose. But this game, like a Coca-Cola, that's flat. Yeah, for sure. Another flag on the return. Holding on Braden Willis. Who's the second number? $41. So 2 holds. 1 gets declined. 1 gets accepted. 41, if there isn't anyone on offense, is Taylor Hawkins. So 1 on Braden Willis, 1 on Taylor Hawkins. Yo, he's not. He's trying to make this team. Love him. Nice with the regular special teams unit. I agree. Amateur draft scout. I'm not worried about Moody. He'll be fine. We didn't have to draft a kicker. Gold was healthy. Which one of y'all told me that Brandon Allen was in the hospital with his wife with the newborn? Y'all got me out here. See, I knew I should have fact checked it. Y'all got me out here telling him congratulations on the newborn, and he in the game. I thought he was at the hospital. Y'all, who set me up? When do you think Nick Bosa deal gets done? It need to be done before that last preseason game. I feel like it will get done before that last preseason game. I feel like we'll see Nick at that game. He'll be on the sidelines. He won't be dressed because he won't be playing in that game. I feel like it gets done before that our third and final preseason game. If it goes past that, Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie. We've been giving you so much love, Ronnie, and you dropped the pass. That was actually a good ball from Brandon Allen. 916. I'm going to clip it. Hold on. Let me screenshot. I'm going to clip it right now. Let me screenshot this. He says, I'm calling it now. Jameson breaks one this season. Got it clipped. Drop pass into an interception. Probably passed up on a good old lineman with the 3rd round pick. We decided to draft an unproven kicker. Ronnie got to catch that. Stick a fork in me. I'm done, she says. I told you I need my soundboard so I can get my Adrian. I'm not gonna lie, we getting cooked right now. I need my Adrian Broner sound effect. Wow. We got smoked. The Raiders smoked our boots. Listen here. This is a terrible showing of football. And Carlson kicks is going right down the middle. There is this too, though. It was just Raiders doing Raider things by winning preseason games and giving themselves false hope. Callie said, I rushed home for this. I should have stayed at the gym. Hey, yo, this is terrible. We got smoked like a tri-tip. We got smoked like some beef brisket. TV just got stuck on Jimmy Smile on the sidelines. Even on a whole different team, I still hate it. It's an annoying smile. My star of the game is Jameson. Oh, thinking about it, who would I say is the star of the game? Yeah, I think you could say Jameson. Uh I think another name you could put in that list, I would say is, oh my goodness. Ambry Thomas. I think Ambry Thomas played well this game. He did have the one holding call, but I think he played well enough this game to be considered as a star of the game, player of the game. Jeez. You could say Ronnie Bell too, other than that drop that led to an interception. Made some good catches this game. It's another name you could probably throw in there for player of the game for the 49ers. It's hard to find, options for player of the game when you getting your ass whooped 34-7. Sheesh. Somebody Wishnowski playing. Yo, if this was the regular season, the fan base would be unconsolable. Like the fan base would run amok. If this was the regular season, listen, the fan base would be ready to jump off a cliff. Like our season's over. We're going 1-16. We're not making the playoffs. This team is trash. We getting the number one overall pick. Yes, nuclear meltdown if this was regular season. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, fire Shanahan, fire Lynch, cut Trey Lance, cut Brock Purdy, start Brandon Allen, trade Nick Bosa. Like, yo, this fan base would be unbearable. Good ball. Good catch, Tay Martin. Good ball. Sensing another slow start to the season. Big play, Tay. Grant is probably laughing right now. You going to any home game? Yeah, I'll be at Sunday night game against the Cowboys in October. One foot here. Oh, tip. Yeah, that's touch. 10 toes. He's not out. He got his toe in. Yeah, the toes count. It don't have to be the whole foot. When did it have to be the whole foot? He got the toe tap. One, toe tap. Now you're gonna make they making it the whole foot. Come on, amateur draft scout. My wife watched this. Don't be shh. Shh. Mrs. Mo's nose be in here. Don't be giving up the tapes. That's it. At this point, 8 minutes left in this game. I don't want any injuries. Thankfully, we don't have no starters in there. But let's just get out the game with no injuries. Oh, that's dope. He's wearing 24. Because when Marshawn was there, he also wore 24. And we know that him and Marshawn are cousins. That's dope. Don't say nothing about ticket, period. Shh. Right. And I'm big enough. I don't even need to eat at the game. Yeah. The concessions. So you can only toe tap the other way. So if he was facing the other way and he just got the tippy toes in and then fell out of bounds, that would count. But getting your toes in first and then letting the heel touch, that don't count. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Facts. Uh-oh, player of the game, Mitch Wisnowski, another punt. Who is the backup QB if you had to pick today? I mean, based on how the game went, I would still go Trey Lance just because he wasn't able to show me anything because of how poorly the offensive line played. But neither was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold made some good throws, but Trey Lance made some good throws. Sam Darnold made some bad throws, and Trey Lance made some bad throws. I don't think either of them was able to fully get into their bag or display anything of value because the offensive line play was terrible. Yes, and that's the only thing that I'm positive about Ghost is that this will not be the offensive line that plays against the Steelers. Oh man, this is bad. Me too, Hurricane. Got to see him with the first team. Unfortunately, though, I don't think we're gonna get that. Do you think Kinlaw stays or get cut? I think he stays because I think he's better than the guys that are behind him. I was not pleased with his play today. I feel like from the beginning of the game, the Raiders were able to run the ball effectively and run the ball up the middle. They didn't run a lot outside. They ran between the tackles, and they were able to do that effectively with Kinlaw in the game. So I wasn't pleased with his performance today, but I feel like he is better than the guys that are behind him. So I think he makes the team still. Oh, balls up. Nobody's in the area to get it. Oh, yeah. Mannequins. Was Kinlaw getting doubled? Uh, I seen a double maybe once or twice, but he wasn't consistently getting doubled. He might have been getting chipped by the center and then getting passed off to the guard. But it wasn't a consistent double team from what I saw. Yeah, so I'm getting Sunday ticket. And I probably am going to get NFL Plus, so that I have access to all 22. Or just what I'm excited about. I want to see Jameson again, but probably gonna get a flag on his return. But let me see what he does this time. He does get washed out of the play too often for his size and his strength and the ability that he has. He gets washed out of the play too often for me. I would definitely agree with that. What grade would you give Kyle for having our team play like that? Oh, I think like we said in the chat, this team came out flat. This team came out undisciplined. This team made too many mental mistakes, um, too many penalties on special teams, offensive line not blocking, as you see on that play. Um, Back-to-back illegal formations on offense coming out in the third quarter. He's got to get an F. Not having this team ready, not having this team prepared. Getting blown out 34-7. No, that's an F. Kittle looks bigger, but looks small next to WWE wrestlers. Yeah, them dudes are big dudes. Good pass, good catch. Isaiah Winstead, okay, second catch of the game. I like Winstead. Make Kyle run laps on Monday. Man, that's no game. He caught it at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, preseason should be like youth basketball. Like there should be no clock stoppage whatsoever unless a timeout is called. Oh, he about to get smacked. He got it off though. McNichols. This is bad, y'all. 4 minutes remaining in the game. I'm trying to stick it out because I'm a trooper, but catch by Braden Willis. Yeah, clock should continue to move, especially in preseason with the game out of hand like this. Don't stop the clock so we can hurry up and get out of here. Oh, 3rd and 5. Brandon Allen, what you got? Let's see what you got. Running back in the flat. Layla Burn wasn't ready. Are they about to kick a field goal or are they about to punt? Oh, player of the game, Mitch Wisnowski, ready to punt again. Mike from NBN was saying we didn't give Purdy enough credit for how he played in the preseason last season. Yeah, but I also think because we didn't have any expectation of what Purdy was going to be, Purdy got 3rd string reps. Purdy didn't come in until the 4th quarter or maybe end of the 3rd quarter at the earliest. So again, he's playing against 3rd stringers, playing with the 3rd stringers against 3rd stringers. And he was able to do some really, really good things. But I don't put much stock into that just because there was no expectation on him. It wasn't like he was getting those snaps because we knew what he was going to do if he had to come in, at the end of the season because, not only is Trey Lance injured, but now Jimmy Garoppolo is injured as well. So I see what he's saying. He did play well, but again, I'm a context guy. The context matters and it has to make sense. And I just think because he was playing with the threes against 3s and 4s, and there was no expectation of what he would be or what he was going to do. He's a rookie 7th round draft pick that we're just trying to see what we can get from him. I think he played well enough to make the team, which I think is credit enough. He didn't get cut and then re-signed to the practice squad. Like he made the 53. So I think that's credit enough. Him making the 53-man roster because he was able to be available for us when we needed him. I'm excited about our punting game. Purdy also came in when our entire team was moving on all cylinders. In the regular season, yes. Again, I think that's a big caveat as well. we had already started to find our groove and win games. And then Purdy came in and just helped continue to extend that win streak. But, we had CMC. We made the trade for CMC. He's starting to get acclimated. Debo playing well. Ayuk playing well. Kittle playing well. Offensive line gelling. Banks is bullying people. Burford is coming into his own. And then our defense was lights out. So I don't think it's as cut and dry as just giving Purdy for his preseason because there was no expectation. One key. Yeah, Purdy wasn't doing anything Jimmy was already doing, plus the defense averaged more turnovers. And not that again, whoever's going to be the quarterback, they need to be able to win games. I think for me, what I worry about with Brock Purdy is not the fact that he had the injury, but the injury prevented him from getting better and improving on areas or aspects of his game that he wanted to improve on. So because he's kind of not had that opportunity to really improve, he's been working on rehabbing and getting back to an area where he could be able to throw the football. I'm worried about the lack of improvement and development and growth in his game, coupled with the fact that even with those 6 games, now all of our opponents have film on Brock Purdy. Now defensive coordinators are starting to build their packages based off of what Brock Purdy does well, what he doesn't do well, what are some of his tendencies, where does he like to roll out, where are some of his hot spots, where are some of his favorite spots to throw on the field, what do we have to defend with Debo and Ayuk and CMC and Kittle all on the field at the same time. What areas do we have to take away from Brock Purdy to limit his effectiveness? Teams are going to have that now. They didn't have that last year. So that's one of the things that I worry about. You worry about limited arm talent. You worried about height, him only being 6'1". And then you worry about knocking off rust, not really being full go as far as where you are mentally, where you are in your growth and development. And now teams got a playbook on you. So I want to see how he responds to that adversity of not being an anomaly, not being an unknown. Oh, teams know who you are now, and now they're planning and scheming to stop you. They know your tendencies. Maybe you can't see somebody's tendencies after 1 game or after 2 games, after 3 games. But if you can see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games of somebody's tendencies and you can see it over and over and over, and every time they get in a situation, he does this, and every time they're in a situation, he does that, and it leads to this. They getting all of that. Oh, let me shut up. Jameson back there, 30 seconds left. He's going to get a punt. Let's see what he can do with it. Oh, did he shank it? He shanked it and didn't give him an opportunity to return it. That's bogus. That's bogus. That's garb. Well, 20 seconds. I imagine we can't be doing anything too crazy. Thankfully, we got out of this game with no injuries. Didn't see any injuries on the field, so hopefully there isn't anything nagging to be reported. Any little minor nicks or dings. Is Cleveland Farrell for real, or does he have a Raider grudge? I would think he has a Raider grudge, but I also think he's for real. I mean, he was a top 5 draft pick the year he came out. So I would say he's the real deal, and I want to see him compete on the full defensive line next to Nick Bosa and Javon Hargrave and Eric Armstead. I want to see him as that fourth guy on that line and see if he's able to win his one-on-ones there. Our punter is better than a Raider punter. All right, guys, that's it. That's the game. I am about to head downstairs and see what's going on with the fam. Like I said, I think Breezy's working. I don't think he's back yet. Mike from Nothing But Niners, I think he's doing something over on Patreon. If he does a live after show to talk about the game, I may jump on with him. I might not, depending on what's going on downstairs and where I'm needed. But I appreciate all of you who chopped it up with me, sat through the game, watched the game with me, kept me company in the chat, man. I really, really appreciate it, you guys. We will do this for the next preseason game. I think that next game is coming up on Saturday. Let me look at the schedule. Our next preseason game is Saturday, 8/19 versus the Denver Broncos at, it says 8 p.m. So I wonder if that's 8:30 p.m. Oh, no, it's probably 8:30 p.m. Eastern time because they're probably not playing 8:30 Pacific time. That's super late. So yeah, 8:30 p.m. Saturday, 8/19. Hopefully they'll be able to play the game on NFL Network like they did this one, and I can pull it up and watch it as I'm talking about it. If not, I have a way to find it somewhere on the internet to watch it so we can, commentate on it as we go about. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is a rough game. If I don't jump back on either with Mike or another show to commentate, I will see you all tomorrow night. Nitty Gritty Niners. More than likely, we are having a show. We'll get with Breezy, talk to him tonight just to make sure and confirm that. And you guys will see all of that, either through Twitter, through the posts on the YouTube page. But love and appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all night. Again, like I said, if I don't see you tonight, I will see you tomorrow. T-Jack, again, appreciate you. Take it easy, fam. God bless. Ramon and Emily Jones, salute, Mose. Appreciate you. RX, chat MVP today. Appreciate you, Mose. Great show, terrible game. Absolutely. Mike and Kim, thanks for a good time. All we should be at Saturday's game. Cool. All right, family. Y'all stay up. Again, stay up, stay faithful. Keep it nitty gritty. And we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.